In my attempt to break away from the year 2020, I took a trip to Real de Catorce and found myself back in the 1800s and beyond. I am currently in the state of San Luis Potosí. I am in the city, town, pueblo, I don't know what you would call it, of Real de Catorce. I know a while back, I mentioned that there was some family history of mine that came through Real de Catorce. I'll put a link up there for you can go watch my family history videos that also tie into my travel. But this place, oh my goodness, you know, I had kind of an inkling because I typically I don't do a lot of studying when I go into a new town. I did here because it is a very unique, unusual place that I wanted to really be prepared. And I was still not prepared. Real de Catorce was an old silver mining town from the mid to late 1700s until the silver went dry. It was later repopulated and now has become a popular tourist destination and has been given the title of Pueblo Mágico by the Mexican government. It is also known for some movies that have been filmed here. The most well known was the movie The Mexican with Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts. It is a long 4-hour drive from the state capital of San Luis Potosí. What was I not prepared for? The terrain. If you ask how I would best describe it, imagine living on a wedding cake with many layers you're required to walk up and down on every day. The roads are narrow and steep. The vehicle that you have is critical here. I rented a small compact car, which remained parked the entire time I was visiting. This is why there's so many horses, and they're put to great use in Real de Catorce. Hola.
¿Qué es eso?
Cámara.
Wow.
Video.
Micrófono, ¿no?
Sí. ¿Quieres ver?
Hola.
Adiós. I'll tell you what, everyone who lives here, they are in tip-top shape. I don't know how they do it. I'm ready to go tomorrow because I guess I'm a flatlander at heart. I stayed in the Hotel Amor y Paz, and for $80 per night, you are centrally located. 1 block up from the town plaza, 2 blocks, again up, from the main boulevard where most of the shopping and restaurants are located. The hotel was built in the 1800s, although everything now is modern. The Wi-Fi was adequate. There is no TV. The staff was great and they offer free breakfast. You're gonna need to check this place out. It is awesome. It's more of a romantic hotel. This is where I would bring a date. Well, not a date, because if I was respectfully married, this is where I would bring my wife. These rooms are like little caves. Once I close the windows, it is pitch dark, which is great. I sleep very well here. But you open the windows and it's like, ah. This is the Plaza de Toros, or the bull ring. Now imagine wooden grandstands around the outside of the bull ring. I have documentation that my ancestor, Francisco Perez de la Chica, attended these bullfights back in the year 1786. Being a native of Spain, I can imagine that bullfights was one of his favorite pastimes. A lot of what I wanted to look at in terms of my ancestor's history while he was here didn't even exist while he was here. Like the main church and the main square, the Plaza de Toros was there. The Palenque de Gallos was there, but it didn't have the grandstands. The grandstands were built in the 1970s, I believe. So yeah, that was a little disappointing, but once I get to the Pueblo Fantasia, the ghost town, there's going to be a lot more very old structures, I am told. It dates back in the 1700s. Right now, I'm just walking around, checking things out. Everything's old. It's just so beautiful. There's so much character, earth tones. There's so many horses. It's pretty incredible. But there's no English speaking here. They have these tours. There's a ghost town where the mine was. This is the place my ancestor was at. You know, he was a mule train driver. He transported the silver to Mexico City or wherever. All of his children were born in silver mine towns. So he was here. There's these tours, they call it woolly tours. They're jeeps, and you can pile in the jeeps, you can pile on top of the jeep, and they take you out to the countryside where the peyote is grown. I wasn't interested in that, but I do want to go to the ghost town. I know you can walk there, but I am all walked out in this town. I can't walk anymore. I bought these hiking shoes, and I'm glad I did. I don't know where I'd be without them. But even with those, man. Be prepared when you come here, and I hope you do. Be prepared to have some good shoes. Invest in some good shoes. You made this investment to get here. Invest in some good shoes to maximize your joy in cruising this town. I guess I'm going to have a tour guide. They said he speaks a little English, and that's enough for me. With my little Spanish, we should be able to get ourselves in enough trouble. We're going to be on horseback to get there. I haven't been on a horse since I was a senior in high school, I believe, 19. So, you're all caught up. I know I'm missing stuff. I always do. I always post a video, and then as I'm watching it through YouTube like you would, oh, I forgot to tell them about the thingamabob. I forgot to talk about the lady and the guy and the... That's me in a nutshell.